everybody, this is Dorothy Kilty of Raccoon Alley Creations, and this is the 5th annual Teri's Crafty Christmas. I participated in this for several years, and it really is lots of fun. There's going to be 2 different giveaways. There's over 25 prizes. There's freebies coming out all the time. There's 40 collaborators creating over 55 videos and video series. And here's Teri's link tree, which is going to be below, in the comments below, so you can get it. Hashtag Teri's Crafty Christmas 25. So this is all the collaborators. Here I am down there on the 12th. There's been some super things shown so far, so I really hope that you'll check all of it out and go see everything. There's, on December 31st, giveaway prizes. There's going to be 2 single signature journals, 1 folio, 3 junk journal ebooks, 1 gift certificate, and over 25 junk journal kits. The kits that we are using are donated by, and this is prizes donated by Lenny's Paper Treasure, Julie's Papercraft, Be Happy Stationery, Sweet Pea Papers, Ink and Page, the Nightingale's Perch. Again, all these are going to be below, but these are all gorgeous creations from some of my favorite creators. And I'm using from Lottie's Magic Attic the Hearth and Pine kit, which is really beautiful. Lottie's a new one to me, so I will be definitely checking her out more. And again, Dorothy Kilty, Raccoon Alley Creations. So I want to show you these papers. Now, I have folded these together, and I've glued or sewn 2 pages together on all of these. Sometimes these are from the kit. Some of the papers I've used have been like music paper. Okay, but here's this page. Here we have this one and this one. So I tried to use kind of a plain piece on one side and a more decorated one on the other. However, what I'm going to be creating is going to be a Christmas card holder. So it's going to be, you know, there may be some writing place. If someone wants it, they can keep some journals in there or some Christmas cards in there, but also write on the page or just use it for journaling and not use it for Christmas cards completely. This is either coffee or tea dyed paper from my stash. And here's this one. Okay. These are not in the order they're going to be in. I like all the cute little animals on here. I thought that was nice. And this is coffee dyed paper. Here is milk and cookies. And a cute little cow. And more. This is bee dyed. Okay. Here is more cookies. A little cart. And lined paper and stuff on the inside. So, and here's another one, All Hearts Come Home for Christmas. Okay, and more of this tea dye with lace on it. I'm not going to show you all of the different ephemera and stuff because a lot of it I'm going to be using, so you'll see it as I use. But there's a lot of pockets, a lot of tags, a lot of different fun things to use. Now, I'm not right now going to put these all in the order that they're going to be in. That'll be another video probably. But meanwhile, what I want to do is on these pages, I want to have a pocket or a tuck spot or something like that to use, okay? So that a Christmas card can, number 1, go inside here on each side, and also some can be put on the fronts of the pages. So the first thing I'm going to do if I can find the, oh yeah, here's the envelope. What I've done is cut out a whole bunch of these and put them in this bag to keep them. In the case of this paper here, I have this was misprinted, as you can see, and the music paper didn't get here. So I think I've got this edge that I can put on here. So this will be a tuck spot on the edge. And you can see I cut it to cover up where the pages didn't print on. I don't know why it didn't print. Sometimes my printer does funny things to me. So, okay, so we're gonna start with just putting some washi tape down the center of this, okay? And as you can see, I hope you can see, I use Distress ink. Oh, this is archival ink, okay, on this one. I used ink to do the edges of this, and then I've got this, and then I'm just going to put this design right in the center of it. Okay, let me just ink this. Now, I have what I call sloppy fussy cutting, but it's basically just giving it an edge. So by inking around the edges where, you know, where this is, I can kind of make it disappear more. Now, this one, if I put it all the way to this, you know, over here, if I center it, it's going to stick out over the edge. So because of that, this one is kind of, because I printed it on like an interesting cardstock, the back of it is not just blinding white. So I can have this go ahead and stick out a little bit, and it'll be fine. So let me ink this. I've actually been sewing for the last couple days. I don't do as much quilting and sewing as I used to. Now I am purposely going to offset it. If I purposely offset it, then, you know, it doesn't look like it's just kind of a mistake because it was off a tiny bit. I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it at the top and the bottom. And this, by the way, is Fabri-Tac glue by 3-in-1. This is one of my favorite glues. Let's see if I can turn on an overhead light here without messing with my camera too much. Okay, so this is going to go right like that. And there we go. So a Christmas card can go under here just fine. Now, I also want to do something on the front of this. And I have a lot of pockets, or these were journaling cards. These were created as journaling cards. But they are pretty cute for pockets as well. Now, or tuck spots rather. If I take this, if I glue around 3 sides of it here, I'm going to be reducing the size of this pocket to about here, okay, around 3 sides of it. And so that'll limit the Christmas card that I can put in here. But if I put it on here and I glue down the left side and the right side, then a card can slip in here and it'll be, I don't have to worry about how tight a fit it is. When you're using pockets and you have journaling cards for them, and you can kind of control what's going to happen, but when you've got Christmas cards, they kind of come in all sizes, and rather than making it so that people have to, you know, go around and check them out and find the one that fits. I may have put that in upside down, did I? Well, it looks okay. Okay, so now I've got a tuck spot here that's open. Okay, so now there's two. Now I need a tuck spot here, and for this one, what I want to do, I think, is use a belly band. Now, a belly band, it's kind of like this. I just need a piece of cardboard or cardstock or something that I can then decorate. See what we have here. I'm going to use this piece of dyed paper, and as you can see, it's going to fit here just fine. And I'm going to fold it 3 times. This is just to strengthen it and make it a little thicker so that maybe has a little bit more holding power. Okay, and now let's take and put some glue on this. I do like to make sure I get glue along the edges to help hold them down. So there we go. And then we'll go around this side. This is gonna be inside. And actually, let me hurry up on this before that other glue sticks. Because I think since this is kind of a rough edge, what I wanna do, pick this up, is fold this side in and then this side down, okay? So now I can glue this at the top and at the bottom, and I have a belly band to tuck things under. So I think that because now these pages, you know, they may not, see, things can go under here. They probably won't be a center page. There'll be pages going inside here. But for continuity's sake anyway, I'm going to take and use the same washi tape and put, this time I'm going to make 2 strips. Let me see, let me get these about, oh, hate it when I do that. And my sister sent me this washi tape. I think it's very pretty, I like it. Okay, so I ran it over the glue stick just to help hold it down better. This is pretty new washi tape, but a lot of times my washi tape starts getting pretty old. And then one of the things that happens is it doesn't stick as well. So by running it over the glue stick, I just add a little bit of extra glue on it to make it a little bit more secure. Washi tape was originally designed to be what's called a low tacky tape. So it wasn't meant to stick. It was meant to kind of hold things together temporarily. But of course now, the way we use it in journals, we want it to stick forever. So here we go. Okay. I may come back later and put something else on this, and I may not. Now here, I think I'm going to put something that's just a top tuck. We have this really nice fireplace. So this is another one of those cards. And if I put it up here, now this time I'm going to glue around the top here and down this side. And what that means is that this is the side that's going to open. Let me put the glue down and I will show you. And again, I'm using the Fabri-Tac glue. It's a little stronger than the, well, maybe a lot stronger than the glue stick. And so especially when you're just using a small line, you want it to be stuck very well. Okay, we'll put it right here. Okay, and then this can go this way. So because this is going to be the fold of the book, that will help keep the card in when you put it here. And this one, I have it open on the outside. That means I can put a bigger card in. It'll stick out a little bit, but that's okay. But it is maybe a tiny bit less secure. Okay, so now we have 4 on that. So on this one, as you can see, I cut a little divot out of here and then I ink behind it so you can see where it is. But for the most part, I don't think I'm going to do that. I decided that I'll do it on some of them, but I think I want to leave it plain. I think it's going to be obvious enough that these are going to be places that you can put cards in. So here we have this one, and I love this lamp. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use a slanted pocket. I'm going to put maybe I won't put a base down on that. I'm rethinking my idea here. Oh, great. I just managed to spill everything that I had cut out. Let me see if I can put it down over here someplace and not have too big of a mess. Okay, so one of the things that I like to do sometimes is have a pocket that reaches across. So what I'll do is I'll glue this piece down this side here, and then this is, this could be called, or this is what Kathleen Maurer, who was the one who I first saw doing it, who introduced me to it, and who may have invented it, a peekaboo pocket. Because the card that you put in and the design that's below, you know, peeks out from the band. Okay, so if we put this, whoops, I do a lot of times, I partially cut out things, and the reason that I like to do that is that it gives me a, I don't like those. It gives me a, speeds up my cutting on film, okay? So now this is a tag, but because I don't need a tag, I'm going to cut this across the top here, and then this will go over on this side. Actually, I want something farther down. Let me cut this across right here. Okay, so now this is going to be down on this side. This will be here. This can be joining them. Let me just glue that down so I can really show you what I'm talking about. So I like to have, when I'm putting pieces together like this, I like to have a piece that goes down, whoops, the side and across the bottom a little bit, because I think it helps secure it. And then this one, we'll just put glue up this side. One of the things I did with these Okay, and then this can go across between the two. I want it to stick up above this one a little bit and down below here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here, like that. And then this can go across and bridge between them. Now when I put a Christmas card in here, see, it'll kind of peek out down the bottom of it, but the glue across the bottom here will help keep it from falling out the bottom. Okay, now this is a really pretty postcard, but it's a little bit bigger than what I want for this card. You do have these pockets. Now these are cut to be pockets, of course, and they have this fun curve to them, which I think is very pretty. Okay, so now we're just gonna, I could put this on my board and my scoring board and score it, but this is going pretty good. Now, one of the things that I like to do, this doesn't overlap very much, but I want if there's any overlap at all, I want this side one to be underneath the bottom one. What that does is, as you're putting it in here, if the bottom one is underneath, it kind of makes a stopping part when you slide your thing in. This is kind of a runner. Whereas if you put this on the bottom, then it's gonna go all the way down, okay? So we're going to put glue here and glue across the bottom. And as I say, we make sure that the side goes under first. And now this can go here and there. What a cute little corner pocket. I wanted to show you too, because it shows up so good here. Some of these I glued the two pages together, and some of them I sewed. So the sewing just adds a little bit more decorative accent to it. I used a variegated thread with all kinds of different colors in it. This has some green and red, but it also has some blue and other colors. But it makes a pretty, very pretty design, I think. Now, these pockets, those go the wrong way. So these pockets here, they're scored to be, or they're drawn, they're designed to be scored on 3 sides, so that, so it's a pocket, not a tuck spot. So if I was gonna put it here, this would limit the size right here. Well, most cards are bigger than that, most Christmas cards. So I'm gonna turn this one under, but I'm gonna glue it down. I'll just use my glue stick for this. So that what it does then is it still makes it into a tuck spot. It has the same pocket design, but it allows us to big old dab of glue. Let's get that off there. Always a good idea to keep the baby wipes on hand. It's good to get the glue off your fingers. So we'll go through. So we'll put this one over here. This side is glued down, but it still has the same look as a pocket. So we'll put it here and glue here. And then we'll put this down. I'm putting it above the stitching, so the stitching still shows. Now another thing that we can do, so see our cards can go in here. and go over, stick over the side a little bit. Another thing that we can do is come back and add more decorations to these, and I may do that later. It can be something as simple as, this paper slipped when I was sewing it. I'm not real bugged about that. It's actually once, maybe gives you a little bit room to put things in here. I'm okay with that. I did clip them together, but I maybe should have clipped them together more than I did. So these are gonna go, these are gonna stack inside each other when they all go together to make one or two signatures. I'll decide whether it's one or two when I go. Now, this one here, let's look and see how this looks. I want to be able to read All Hearts Come Home for Christmas. So I'm gonna cut this off down here. Just because it's designed with a certain look does not mean you're stuck with that look. Okay, you can, this is your creation. You can take it and make it beautiful any way you want. So now this, you can read the Christmas here. And so once again, along this side, one side, and along the bottom. Okay, this one is actually a little bit closer to the size of the page, but I still am making a tuck spot so that I have room for a little more flexibility in what cards can go in here, okay? So now let's put this up here. I'm not gonna go through all these pages. I don't think I need to. I think you can kind of get the idea of what's going on and see it. Now, here's another one. This is a pocket made up of these little, like, postage type squares. Let's get a, not that one. So this is a particular look like a little edge. I can cut this up here like this, and I can cut this one like this, and I can again build a bridge across some. You know, I think I'm going to put this over here and this over here. So we're doing this pretty much the same way we did the other one. It doesn't always have to be like a strip of words like this is to put it across. As a matter of fact, let me see. Nope. Matter of fact, it's too big. I don't like it. Here, we have this. This is like a North Pole stamp. Okay, and let's find another cute little picture that we can use. Okay, so this is a tag shape, but it's made to go sideways, and so I'm going to put it across the bottom here, and that way it'll go down, and I'll use this to bridge across these two pieces, okay? So we'll start by putting a line of glue across the bottom of this one, like this, okay? And then this, we'll put glue on this spot here and along this side here. Is that the right one? Oh, this is the wrong one. Let's wipe that off. Okay, that's about there, and this line over here. When I do something like this where I mess up, let me get this down, and I put glue someplace where it's not supposed to be, I have wax paper down here. And I'll just tear off a piece of wax paper and put underneath there to keep it from, you know, going where it's not supposed to go. Okay, so this one is going to go here, and then this will go here. Whoops, I did a little bit of a sloppy job here, cutting. Of course I did a sloppy job. Okay, and then this can go over here. So let's put this, I'm holding my hand on the side. I do not want glue this time, so I don't do that again. Put it down on this side and put it right here. And then this can glue like that. So where's it gonna be? I need a dab of glue here, and a dab of glue here, and then I'll put a little glue on this right here. So now we can put that together. Okay, and let it sit. Okay, and so now we have this design here to hold the Christmas card in. This one, this is really cute. And I think that what I want to do is do another belly band. Okay, this time I will cut it. When you're lining it up, if you line up this side, as long as that's a straight edge, you should get straight edges. So we'll go with another belly band. Now this time, this one ended up not being quite as good, quite as straight cut as I would have wanted it. So even though this edge is shorter, and make sure it's glued down really good, put it together, I don't want anything interfering with my card slipping in. So we'll go here, and we'll go here. Okay. Okay, that'll go down there. And then I'm just gonna cut out this window. This time I'm gonna round the corners on it. This is cardstock, so it goes in here, the corner rounder, pretty well. I've discovered that with paper, sometimes it doesn't do as good. So I can put this right like this. Let's see where it's gonna go. We'll put a line up here and a line here. I can see where the edge is here, so I can make sure that it's going to be, you know, that I'm not gonna be gluing it to the page. These are some pretty simple designs I'm doing on these, but I think that they'll set off the cards that go in here pretty well. Now, what else do we have here? Okay, we have this poinsettia. Now I'm gonna put this, if you fold it up, you can kind of see where it goes. This might interfere a little bit with the sewing in, so I'm just going to cut this off a little bit so that I don't have any problems when I sew it in. And I'm gonna put it on this side and across the bottom here. So I don't have to go, you know, around this curvy edge here, okay? The glue on the side and the bottom will hold whatever card I put in here in. And then this side is open, it's a tuck spot. So once again, a larger card can go in there. I'm going to make nope, not that one. Not that one. So when I have little tickets like this, one of the things that I like to do is to cut the outside, the top and the bottom edges, so to speak, okay? And then I can just take a hole punch and put these corners in. Now this is not cardstock, but it's a heavier paper. And it has kind of a nice texture to it. But so there, I'm just, instead of trying to cut that, I can just stamp it, or just punch it. I like the way I'm throwing things to the side here. Okay, let's see how these tickets are gonna stack up. Are they gonna stack up pretty well? I don't think so. I think we want one of those bigger tickets if I can find one. There we go. If I was going to use this as a, like as a journaling card or something in a pocket, then what I would likely do would be to take a little, either sew across this line without my sewing machine, or take a, it's a sewing tool that they used to use in the old-timey days to mark darts and things. And it makes a perforated edge. So let's see what we do. If we take this one, and then we go like this, and like this. Let's think these a little bit too. This, and this, and this. Okay, I rather like that. Okay, let's start off by gluing. Again, we don't have to go around this round thing. We'll put the glue down this edge here, and then down this side down here, and across the bottom. No, not across the bottom, just down the sides. Okay. And this one will go on top of here. So let's build this up a little bit. This will go here. And this will go across here, because you have to have a little cup of okay, and then this is gonna go right here, okay? Okay, so now we have another one of those peekaboo pockets. Okay, let's take this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all I'm going to do today. I want to thank Teri for inviting me to be part of this collab again. And I want to thank all the other designers for their gorgeous inspiration. I will be putting more pockets on. I will put this together. I'll probably do another, at least one more video, and possibly two, talking about what I'm doing here. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you'll come back and see me again at Raccoon Alley Creations, and that you'll put, I'll have a link, or there will be a link to Teri's first video when she talks about all the different ways of winning. You don't have to put comments or like on all the videos this time, but I do hope you will put comments and look at as many videos as you can, and then put comments on Teri's from Sweet Pea Papers, her videos. Okay, and that's the way I believe you win. Okay, so come back and see me again, and thanks for coming along with me.